Hello and whoop, that's a loading screen, except it's not. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Happy Sunday. I think we're just going to get started. We, of course, do have Civilization 7 dropping in just 4 days, and this is largely why we're doing Civ 6 in kind of preparation for it in terms of the theming. But before we got into that, I just wanted to thank several people for their subscriptions where the notification didn't pop up yesterday. Ace Pones, thank you for the 2 months Prime. Lackey, thank you for the new Prime subscription, and Zack Attack, if you're watching this, thank you for the 12 months Tier 2. Sorry I didn't see that or hear that on the last stream. I'm very, I wish I did. And you guys are less likely to watch the Civ VOD, but thank you anyways if this gets back to you. Much appreciated. But we are here playing this absolutely insano Netherlands start that was just completely bananas. Hey, Jack. Civ 7 streaming on Thursday, I'm guessing? That's the plan. Although, I was looking at the system requirements. My game should be able to play it, but I suppose, or my computer should be able to play it, but I guess the most apocalyptically bad thing could be just like hyping this, we're gonna play Civ, and then the game won't run on my computer, would be like the bad of the bad. But we had this absolutely insane Netherlands start. We have every single episode explained why it's so insane. I think we are going to refrain from explaining it today, and we kind of have to figure out which victory we're going to go for. I think that we could reasonably go for either a science victory, or we could also pretty reasonably go for a culture victory. We're actually somewhat close to a culture victory right now, as things stand, generating insane amounts of culture, and this would be certainly the most straightforward victory. We do want to get a victory before Thursday, because after Thursday, there's not much reason for us to play Civ 6. Because, I mean, we'll have the next one. So, well, there still might be. Like, often there's reasons to come back to previous versions of a game, so I shouldn't say that, but I think we'll do this one to reveal this tech and see what's behind door number 1. We are waiting for this guy to flip, and once he flips, we will promptly take the city. Promptly, and quickly, which is what promptly means, but also promptly. We do have... So, the thing about getting envoys with Preslav, it's maybe bad, is that it might brick the city we want to found, but honestly, the cities we've wanted to found are bricked anyways. We're going to buy another trader out of here, though, because that trader isn't really going to boost up that city too much. +1 amenity, +2 housing for this city. It's an interesting one. I think that we're generating enough engineering points that we can go for him and we don't have to worry about not getting another one. We're gonna bring this guy around. Try and find a way around. He gets a bonus on fairground tiles. Ooh, we also do want to set a timer because there are other things we want to get to today. And if we don't set a timer, we're just going to say one more turn, like every turn. And if we set a timer, that's less likely to happen. Although it still might happen. Yeah, the truth hurts. So we're going to set a timer for the amount of time we want to go for the stream today. I never understood how to get a culture victory. You just spam culture, and then there are various texts that have actually turned culture into tourism. And the tourism, you just have to have more tourism than the person with the next most. So in order to get a victory, we need to have one more tourism, 534, than Eleanor's like tourism like multiplication output or whatever. And so we just need to do one more, but everyone else needs to have one more than what we have. So we got a lot of tourism. Rotterdam. Do we just start spamming settlers, dog? Surely not. Surely spamming settlers at this point is just, like, way too late in the game. We're never gonna, like, build up a city that's gonna actually do anything in this amount of time. And in theory, we would want a souvenir factory, plus 25% tourism pressure from the city towards other civilizations in the modern era. But minus amenity. Since I think we're actually going to go culture victory because we're not that close to a science victory, maybe we're supposed to go modern art gallery. We haven't built up any city specifically to be an absolute monstrous production output place, so we probably just want to kind of move in that direction in a general sense. I think we go for the one that gives us production first. Hey Ivar, how's it going? And then let's go for... oh, we forgot to get our beats. We have been listening to the Dwarf Fortress OST because they have copyright music here. So maybe let's get that going. Is your voice different, or are you sick or something? I'm a little congested. I also didn't sleep very well. My CPAP didn't fit properly really last night, and I slept on my back, so I had a lot of apnea. Just maybe not the coolest story, but that maybe is why we sound a little bit different. Yeah, I'm a little bit congested. At some point I'm planning on doing like more vocal exercises though, and that'll make my voice sound different. Like if I didn't do a vocal warm-up before the stream, but if I do like a warm-up, my voice will sound a little bit different. God, this city has so much production. What do we do with it? We need to get to size 10 on the city, though, to, like, do stuff. I mean, I guess we could build military. Let's build a giant death robot. Yeah, this will be the good spot down here, next to the Wonder in the other district. And then... So in theory, this would be a decent place to put a Wonder. I don't think we have a Wonder that we can produce that we can put right there. We do want to build the Statue of Liberty at some point to stop any enemy from getting it. I don't know if this is the city to do that, though. I think we just do that. Producing a lot of food out of this city. I think we got a couple spaces for maybe okay-ish industrial zone. Not really. Oh, the Canal's not giving adjacency bonuses to industrial zone? That's whack, bro. I think we'll build that up. Maybe the flood thing? We're planning on giving this city back to him because he'll just lose it to us anyways again, but... Alright, this was the plan. Social media is kind of a very important tech for winning a culture victory. Extra amenity and housing. Well, I guess we'll click this button and see where we have that needs more housing. And then maybe we move the settler there. Of course, this is just frictional because it's occupied, but also, yikes. Where are we getting food from here? This was Ambroy's, like, start spot, and it's just, like, so awful. Just, like, pure desert, basically. Alright, so... I think we come in here, and we start chopping a little bit here and there. Oop, did we click there? Something? Accidentally? We did. And we want to convert that city. Whoops-a-doos. Okay, so we can't put that on ocean tiles, we've discovered. Which makes us feel like dum-dum. Gum-gum also feels like dum-dum. No, dum-dum feels like gum-gum. Yeah, that's the one. Did I just buy another ocean tile? I did. Rip. But there we could put a fishery, which boosts the adjacent ones. Alright, so this city's not as cool as I thought it was. And then, let's buy another tile. This one. And then we will convert our ways to the Great Crabistry. Hey, Epoch, how's it going? I think you're the second person to ask about our voice. No, I just reread your comment. Shining early today? All-day stream? No, not today. Just a 3-hour stream today. We are going to record Jewish Japan today. I've been doing a couple practice starts, because I do want the start to, like, work pretty well. And so I feel comfortable. Or did I say I've been recording some practice starts? I haven't been recording them. I've been just, like, doing practice starts. Interesting. I wonder if this is the spot? This is a Catholic priest of whom we are terrified. Although, yeah, stuff, as we're starting to come into, like, the end of the game, a lot of stuff stops kind of mattering so much. We do get an enormous amount of culture from trade routes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that gets converted into tourism, so... And then, let's purchase a trade unit out of here as well. And get that city off the ground. Really unnecessary for us to... Like, we should be doing, like, culture... turning our production into culture and tourism. Instead of building those settlers. But I can never stop expanding. It's in my blood. Alright, Baltimore... Baltimore is going to be pretty great. Not trying to say it's not great now, you know, but it will be great. We're waiting on, see, we want to move Liang, who's currently over here, over to Baltimore, but we want to make sure that we kind of build the fisheries we want to build first. But speaking of, let's also make sure we buy a builder every turn out of here. We have the Reina who can buy districts. Okay, she's being assigned to Charleston, so we'll just end up buying a whole lot of this out. We gotta scrape that. What's the political strat for Japan opener? Corn laws for laissez-faire, weirdness to open up. I don't think we're going to do as much war weirdness, because we experimented with some war weirdness, and we thought it was relatively inconsistent. A little bit of Diplo weirdness. If you found a block early, you'll get -30 relations, which will provoke the GPs, and so we're hoping that leads us to getting open, but we have, like, a way of... We can do it both the slow way and the fast way in terms of opening up. You can force corn laws pretty easy. Alright. The Emporium in Tilburg. We also have a stock exchange in Tilburg here still. Okay, so... we want to do extra culture from buildings and civic squares equal to the building tier if city is population are higher, equal to building as a district. Museums include. Let's do this. And this. So now we are going to be pushing up tourism quite a lot. We need to have a trade route with Eleanor. You side with Britain if you give them a law change or something. We could give them investment rights. But Great Britain will generally kind of be aggressive about opening you up like a coconut. Alright, we just want to go for that. We're not going to have time to get the solar farms down, but I don't think... I guess we could just... If we have 2 workers and they're just idle, just solar farm anywhere. And that fundamentally it doesn't matter. Logistics center would go relatively hard here. But I think out of a lot of places we should be doing, like, these things. Let's carbon recapture here, actually. We have a couple wonders. We could do Souvenirs Factory. Really don't want to crush our amenities. We just want to have it all, and this is just a leak. We could be winning faster if we didn't want to have it all. But we do. Terrible. Building an emporium out of all places, and it's getting kind of nice. River bonus at a few spots there. We have 2 adjacent districts, so we can't get another district bonus by putting a district over here for this industrial district here. I think we haven't built our harbor yet, yeah. In theory, we should place our other things, but I think it's fine. This I think we want to target range, so I think we want to go barracks here. If we buy units, there will be a better place to buy units out of. And we do want to trade with her in order to increase our tourism to her. So since this is not the most optimal one in Charleston, maybe we buy another trader. Another one. Alright. We're gonna do that one. Curator's gonna come in next. We maybe could have gotten Curator. I do want to get a satellite to reveal the map kind of thing. And then we can finally move this guy over. I think we were in wait for Liang mode here over there on that guy. Not sure that was the best spot for him, but I think it'll be fine enough. Hercules fighting an uphill battle, I guess. Except he's not. Make Baltimore a great national park? We could do that. I'm so confused. I got an advert for a programming job at a firm doing central banking according to Islamic principles. Must have been the Mahmoud talk we were doing some time ago. Talking with Mahmoud. Where you going? You going nowhere. I don't know if our Apostle beats us, because we don't understand that type of combat as well. Okay, I do think we have a agreement with her, and I think we have a trade route with Coupe, but I guess we want to make trade routes with the other guys too. We want to get these fishery tiles down. I think we did not buy a worker with Liang yet, and we want to every single turn we can. Your people will learn the way, and by your people I mean our people. Our people know the way of the crab, but they will learn the way of the crab. Yes. +4 housing for this city. Do we have another place that's out of housing? It's Nagamapu. We want the amenities, but I think we like don't really need the housing fundamentally anywhere. But we could think about where we have like a lot of farming. And I think we have like a farm triangle over here that like this place is gonna go ballistic. Maybe that's a fine enough place. Who are we concerned that we might end up getting into a fight with? Not really anyone. I guess Coupe is maybe a little bit concerning. And then we could also look to buy Great Works. We don't have any slots left. So this culture was at 1487. It should be much higher once we... Well, that's starting to get real expensive. Let's maybe not. Oh, do we not? We shouldn't have bought artifacts because we have archaeologists to dig those out for us. We can find those ourselves. I was just in buy mode. Although surely now we can do... I wish there was an auto-organize... Maybe we just can't be bothered, but... I wish there was an auto-organize for theming. Alright, here we have theming 2 out of 3. And we have a medieval artifact by 2 other people. We have Laruto and Chandragupta. And this one's Coupe. We got a themed building. Hell yeah, brother. And here we have ancient, barbarian, industrial, ancient. Barbarians. It's not looking very good for having a second themed building. Ooh, classical. I guess if we had another classical. I don't think we do though. Yeah, the thing to do is to specifically buy ones that complete your thing, but we're not. We're small brain hour. Okay, so we should be making a lot less money, but be generating a lot more culture. I found it's quite easy to pass appointed bureaucrats. The first law is early as Japan. The first law we're going to pass is state religion, like independent of it being good, but it's actually not bad to pass state religion. They will become one with the crab, transcend their mortal coil. I am become crab, destroyer of worlds. What do we need here? 2 solar farms. Do you want to harvest this? Which will be kind of nice for us. Because Reina will just be able to buy a bunch of things. If we had a builder over here, this would be fine places for solar farms. There we go, the guy flips. Now we will just take the city for ourselves. Which Civ are you looking forward to playing when it comes out? I don't know. Usually I have I haven't taken a close enough look at the Civs that have been spoiled, to be honest. I was thinking of maybe doing a dev diary thing for that. The Civ dev diary rundowns are kind of maybe bad for the channel, though. I've had people unsubscribe off of them.
When God said, let them.
In the aggregate, I think. We should have actually just waited for it to flip to us, huh? Liberated to Gaul now. Amenity and housing. I guess we could do one here. Mainly just looking to get the amenity there. Oh, none of these techs are relevant. I guess we'll just go nanotech. Actually, this wind farm's kind of okay. I don't think we're gonna get stealth technology, so let's just do that. We could build a mine here. To give +1 to the industrial district. Chop in. Hell yeah, brother. Put 25% tariffs on all your trade routes, not like this. The more I think about it, the more, like, surreal that is, that we're just, like, kind of kicking an ally in the nuts for, like, no reason. Like, I've under considered this from, like, the Canadian perspective, to be honest, relative to the American perspective. Like, the American perspective, it's stupid because it doesn't really do anything productive. Like, I understand you're trying to get, like, more jobs, like, back, but the retaliatory like stuff. I think it's just gonna kick the American economy in the nuts, and maybe somewhere like way down the road ends up producing. Like I think if you're gonna tariff, it should be targeted. Yeah, let's do an aerodrome here. Overflow some production there. Oh, you know what could go there? A neighborhood. Just kidding. It's not a very good neighborhood, but we just want to get the neighborhood stuff on track. Yikes. We can work these. We will bring them to the way of the crab. The crab is the way. Alright, so we want to have one trade route, at least, with someone like with everyone. So let's move this guy to a place where we have a gold bonus. I think it's here. Because we have the whatever district. Are we winning, son? We're trying. Make a crabism mod for Vic 3. Just make it super overpowered. The way of the crab. Still Netherlandsing. Still trying. We do want to get this run finished before, you know, the next game comes out. But I think we're just going to go for the cultural victory, because at this point it's by far the most straightforward. Okay, so Charleston, we will give them their good trade route. And then we are getting a lot of oil now from our adventures over here. Take that, infidel. Oh. We gotta start buying rock bands out of here. Which means we're gonna care about producing holy site points too. Oh, we already have one planned right here? Perfect. Perfecto. Do we take from this poor, poor city? We do. I think neighborhoods into producing the culture is generally going to be kind of good for us. You gonna play Carthage on release? If Carthage is a playable civ, then almost certainly. Just force Carthage every game. This is the way. We were trying to scout with this guy. I don't know if we're gonna how much scouting we're gonna get done, but we can look through the Netherlands territory a little bit. We have a lot of envoys. I think we were trying to convert Mogadishu. Is our guy anywhere near? Have we forgotten him? We've forgotten the face of our father, so we're just gonna do this. Tuya, I remember being strong. Don't remember exactly what it does. Great General. We're gonna place a couple here. So we do want our higher tier cultural buildings now producing max culture. I think Rapa Nui we don't care about. Yeah, being able to place those things, so we're fine just sitting on +6 on them. Or do we get extra bonus from Suezing them from that one wonder? We might have extra bonus from Suezing. So let's maybe do this. Some days, you do wonder what the world looks like, what timeline hasn't broken, and Carthage, yeah. What the world looks like where the timeline hasn't been broken and Carthage won the Punic Wars. I know, we wouldn't have to deal with all this. I just, like... Oh, just like, I need to watch Trudeau's speech. I haven't watched it yet. But my understanding is, like... It's gonna make me feel some kind of way. Okay, so we could place one, with this worker, we could do one, solar panel. So we just need to find another worker that can do a solar panel. Holy shit, this city should be growing. So we're gonna recruit a trader just so we can trade for more food. Are you playing modded? We are playing modded. Like UC's districts or something like this. To some extent we're less focused on like Vic 3 we only play vanilla, or we play mostly vanilla or really explicitly modded because, you know, making guides and also like if people want to translate something into their own game, they're gonna want to see vanilla. Honestly, Victoria 3 is the Paradox game I've played the absolute most vanilla on, I think. Carthage is gonna be the first update together with GB. Hell yeah. Hannibal's clearly in the release version though, right? Right? They have Hannibal in the release version, right? Right? Chat? Chat? The crab is the way. The way is the crab. I think we go neighborhood, and then we eventually go into leaning food production. I mean, this seems like the square to do it. I guess maybe the square. Yeah. This also will give another adjacent district to this district, so that's going to be good. The hog. Yeah, really starting to push culture here. And some of these cities are above, the ones that are above 15 get an additional bonus. This is one of our few above 15, so we also want to move pop growth too, to make full use of our card. It's something that we care about at least. So maybe we want in, yeah. Considering this is how we're trying to win, it's gonna play quite nice. Alright, the cruise terminal is gonna hit some of this other stuff over here, so maybe we're supposed to do that. Let's do that one. These cities that we've planned out, or that we haven't planned out, are just like not so good. I mean, a decent amount of production out of there, I guess. I think we go Cassavetes here again. This guy's running scared. Old L? Hell yeah. Alright, this gives additional tourism to adjacent people, so I think we're gonna try and perform on over there. I think we're gonna buy this lighthouse, because that's really gonna help the city grow quite a bit, and then go for a shipyard so that we have a decent amount of production. Actually, let's buy a shipyard. And then we can build a civic square right here. As was written. I think we would buy this tile, we get it. Obviously, if we buy the tile, we get it. I mean, the tile becomes not sunk because we're... Obviously, if we buy the tile, we get it. Okay, chat? But... So we can do this. In breaking news, in Civ, when you buy a tile, you get it. Carthage hasn't been playable Civ for like 2,300 years, not like this. Someone's choosing violence this morning. I don't know if I appreciate it. I think that that's a little rude. I don't think this thing's losing loyalty. No, it's not. This place might be. No, it's not. I guess we'll come over here so that we can worm our way out. But also, with these two new cities in tow, we don't have railways to these cities, so that's something we should maybe get on. Maybe it doesn't matter too much. We're looking for a carnival district with that guy, because they have a bonus to that. Come here. Let's buy our builder. Where the hell is Magnus? Still here. So now I think we move her to Baltimore. God, I hate that we have just American city names as like Baltimore. Everyone knows that that's better than New York, right? Right, chat? Baltimore confirmed better. Alright, we're gonna build here a solar farm, I think. We don't need the extra farms, and we just want to get our Eureka. I'm a solar farmer. I should have just killed that unit. God damn, I feel stupid now. I don't know what I'm thinking of there with that one. I'm thinking I wish I could just go here and plop down a solar district, but I can't actually buy that tile. That's what I'm thinking. Actually, let's maybe work these camps. Chopin. Oh, we turned him into a jet fighter. I was like, what happened? I was very confused there for a second. Okay, so here we wanted to make a trade route with... I don't think we have a single trade route with them, so let's trade with them. So we get increased cultural output. Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah, okay, so now we'll get
I
this.
shall return again to the light of the sun.
Plus 25% tourism. And then we're doing cultural hegemony. We're going for a cultural victory. I don't know if Carthage is in at launch. I'm pretty sure. Or sorry, Hannibal's at launch. I'm pretty sure he's not. Even as less Mimi genuinely Eastern, Christianity would have grown up around the Canaanite religion the pantheon evolved from. That would give a wildly different Europe and world. Yeah, I mean, like, the trickle-down effects, I think, would have been... It's like a fun meme, but, like, it's also, like, speculating it's, like, wildly impossible, right? Charles getting salty like that land outside Carthage, not like this. Not like this. Every time. The salt joke is just the low-hanging fruit of the anti-Carthaginian rhetoric. Truly, truly. At least do New Amsterdam instead of New York. I think we already have New Amsterdam. I wish it did that. I wish we had New Amsterdam, New Oranjestad. That was like how old Civ games handled it, right? We would just get New Rotterdam, New Utrecht, New The Hague, New Enschede, New Nijmegen, or whatever. Yeah. The whole notion of no more music will fit in the city. Bro, have you ever been to Louisiana? Just kidding. Alright. That builder's gonna go where they're gonna go. We could buy a cabinet here. Let's do a Museum of Arts. We don't have a lot of those. We could buy more art from people if we do that. Our culture's grown like 500 in the last couple turns. 20. Looks like we might actually win this session. 20 more years. For 20 more turns. We're gonna buy out some production basically for that city, and then we're gonna cry because we don't know what we're supposed to build. Commercial up here is probably fine. Actually, we're gonna cry because like a lot of it's just kind of a row. What does the oranges this give? Production towards military units. Well, you could have it in one of these two cities, right? I guess we'll just do this here. Come down to chop this out. Ooh, we do want to buy this tile. That is an important tile for us. And we're going to swap to the flood barrier. Oh, the tiles are so good. Now I think we do these. Oh, we can't get out yet. We need the airport. We should have done the other thing. We have 4 turns until the military emergency is over, then we'll be able to peace out the guy. I know we perform at higher levels at other things on Fairgrounds, but I think that it's better to perform at Wonders now. Just in general. And then we will continue every turn buying a rock band. Settler's just like so unnecessary right now. We don't have Liang yet, but like we can accelerate some of this tile buying a little bit. I think we'll found this city if we can. It's also not gonna ever get to do anything, I think. Do cruiser. We just put this guy on alert. We'll see if someone decks us before victory, but I think we're cruising in. Get it? We're battle cruising in to a victory here. I'll see my way out. All these tiles are so good. Turns as the predictor. How are we doing on time? Got plenty of time. I think we're gonna be winning this session. Well, this takes forever to end the turns. Then it do be what it do be.
In arts and dreams, may you proceed with abandon. In life, may you proceed with balance and stealth.
Wow. Alright, I think that we had some cities that like just straight up weren't growing. That were like relatively new cities. Let's maybe get those going a little bit better. These guys don't need that as much anymore. I think we move this back here. We have a trade route with Poland. There's a lot of people we don't have a trade route with. We will establish a couple more out of Enshade. Got some real nice tiles there. You know what I'm saying? What do we do? Surely there's something for us to do. I mean, maybe we just make a farm triangle on these floodplains and call it. Except for I think that we're supposed to build districts on those floodplains. Oh, this would be a fine city for Statue of Liberty. It's got a decent amount of production. Building it not because we want it, but just to deny another person from having it. We do want food. Because a lot of these places we need to grow to 15 to make fully utilize one of the cards we're using. I think we just kind of generally like the play pattern of purchasing that. And then... oh, we can't put it on top of the artifacts? Terrible. Oh, this is actually fine for us to build a lumber mill here. Get out of here, you garbage. Alright, let's build a harbor district. We could also just buy that district, huh? Thank you, Reyna. And so we could also buy a campus district here. And then we can buy this. And then we can buy the shipyard. And work on the flood barrier. Can't quite buy an industrial zone, unfortunately. Edessa. Alright, we don't have an agreement with him. Wow, I think this is like the second or third settler we've seen. They just don't have places to settle. I wonder who took them all. You ever play Alpha Centauri Generalist? I have not. Is it good? That is a 4X game though, right? Okay, let's actually get off of the starting tile and then promote. Civic Square. Indigo Guitars. Fantastic. Smell you later. Your way is not the way of the one true faith. What district could we perform on here? I guess there really isn't one. We want to perform on the borders between multiple civs. Guess we'll come this way. We have an aeropuerto over there. Oh, I should have shot that guy. That's fine. Who are they fighting? They have damaged units, or was that a natural disaster? Might have been a natural disaster. Let's take a look at the turn predictor. We have 11 turns on the predictor for a cultural victory. Sound off. Very, very close. It probably will not be 11 turns because we're accelerating the pace at which we're doing stuff.
Ah, my beloved, fill the cup that clears today of past regret.
We maybe don't need the builders to have extra build turns, do we? We definitely like it. We definitely feel some kind of way about it, but we probably don't need it. Are rock bands producing any type of thing is almost certainly better. We want to work towards this because we actually do want to have... Oh. I guess we'll reveal what's behind here. We won't change our government, I don't think. Wow, it's amazing to me how little this place is growing. Holy snaps. I guess we'll do this. Like, do you not have... No, they got like 2 food tiles. I guess they don't have much tiles in general, but... A little bit of yikes action. Didn't we just build a neighborhood? Oh, did we already have a neighborhood in the same city? So we can't build the additional neighborhood things. And we just have 22, whatever. We could build a giant death robot and not have to think about it again, but... We'll choose that one. And media center pretty much everywhere. Be a lot of culture. Let's see. Here we go, Museum of Arts. We're just doing this to max out tourism, basically. Or do we not have to worry about theming? So we have portraits and landscape. Landscape, but they have to be by different guys, right? Qiu Ying. I like honestly hate this minigame. Maybe we just don't even play it, even though it's like, in theory, what we should do. Yeah, we're just not gonna play. We might be able to theme a couple more buildings, but we're not gonna min-max that. Okay, we can place an additional district. I think we want the fairground here, because that's going to positively affect a bunch of civic districts. Let's grab control of that. And this little desert area is proven to be pretty good, because we've managed to use almost every bad tile for something else. Oh, no power over here, I just realized. We have no industrial district plan. We could do solar or whatever. Could also just plop down an industrial zone back here. Kind of in a pocket. I would use oil power or something. We get 3 from local renewables. Let's maybe just put one here. Not overthink that too much. Okay. Big Herc can take him out. So we know we have a trade route with Manchester. We don't have a trade route with this guy. So that's going to increase our tourism. A couple more spreads here. This guy, I think we want to use this guy for combat mostly. I want to put him on alert, but that's not how that works though. Alright, this guy has a bonus on civic squares, so we'll send him to civic squares. And we will also not forget to buy a rock band. Get some geothermal up in that bizzle. Settling cities because it gives us dopamine, not because it helps us win. This is how you play Civilization. We maybe get this thing, place more production. How many trade routes do we have? We have a bunch of extra trade routes. Let's clear that out. Classic. All trade goes to Carthage. Everyone knows the proverb, all roads lead to Carthage. It's a 4X game, and also one of the first games to have books detailing the lore of the game. Oh, that sounds sweet. Alpha Centauri. That's something, like, as a kid I used to love going through, like, additional materials for video games. You know, like they'd have like books or manuals or pamphlets or this type of stuff. Also used to like collecting RPG, like tabletop RPG books, even though I didn't really get to play them as often as I might have liked. Baltimore will be the crown jewel of the Netherlands.
It's a 250 square mile target.
What, no hero? Not enough heroes. We still have like a decent triangle action, so... So maybe stay out of range of the bombard, yeah. These guys are about to fail the emergency, of course. We are getting ever closer to victory. I think we're supposed to be producing a bunch of ski lodges on all of our mountains, too. I have 40 books for second Shadowrun that I'm likely never going to play. Is that the FPS Shadowrun? I actually love that game on the Xbox. It was so much fun, but they just like they rolled it out in such a stupid way where like there was more people playing the free version than the paid version, and if you actually wanted to get a game, you like had to play the free version. It was like the stupidest thing. Like people only played the demo. It was like, well, I guess I'll go back to the demo so I can get a game. Not that I think about it very often, but that has to be the worst rollout I've ever seen of a game in terms of, like, incentivizing people to buy it. Seasteads. Oh, these get bonuses for adjacent fishing boats. Oh, these are better than what that one Liang's thing improvement. We can only boost it through a spy. This is reasonably good for us, so I guess we're just gonna go for it. I think we'll send this guy to the airport. It's not a bad city up here. Each envoy counts as 2 is probably not something we need to have in on a continual basis, especially because we're like out of envoys. So I think we'll come off that. And slot in our precious. Mine, my own, my precious. Oh, we just actually have to do this, don't we? We won't slot in the card we love. We hate to see it. Isn't there another? Yeah, the From Great Works of Music is just like too good as well. We're just like, this is the all-in push for victory here. I wonder where we're supposed to put this city. There's some like reasonable spots out and about. I guess, well, that place is kind of okay, but I guess we'll send this guy to the airport and figure it out. We're probably not even going to place a city before the end. We have a city with these guys. Do we not have a... I don't think we have a trade route with these guys, so we'll do this one. To increase our tourism, and I don't think we have a trade route with... I think we have, or we don't have one with the Adrianople Antioch guy. Yeah, so let's do Antioch. And now I think we have a trade route with everyone. I said we'll do this. We'll get off here. Promote. Oh, we could choose any promotion. Because we have the thing in. I think we'll do Civic Square. Cheap horses, that's right. It's actually not that bad a game. For a band. "27 turns, not like this." We can start paying for great people. Ugh. Trade route capacity by 25%. Oh, we have to buy this. That is exactly what we're in the mood for. I don't think we're using either of those, but so we'll just start heading towards that in terms of things. What do you get? You get fairground bonus. This is a wonder, right? I think performing on the wonder is okay. Sorry, the tabletop RPG. The FPS was great. Oh, I got you. Same setting as the tabletop, yeah. Shadowrun was sweet. Maybe there's a chance we could... I don't even think that you could get the FPS on computer. I would love to play that game again. To be fair, I think there's plenty of shooter games with abilities now, but there weren't any like back then. We got Electronics Factory here. It's just gonna take forever to build that. Like, we actually won't be finishing. We'll be finishing the game before we finish that wonder. Although we were planning on playing a set amount of time, we might just one more turn, or we might just continue playing past victory. These are useful because we could buy more rock bands a turn. I think that's the city for that. Let's buy our ability to produce stuff kind of here. Oh my god, we had an issue in not having a particular type of district around here. What was that? Oh no, it was industrial district, and then we resolved that. I think we could put a civic center here. That maybe plays okay. Oh, +3 industrial zone. Why is that +3? Mine strategic resource district. I guess we're into that. I know the civic center's not done yet. For our kingdom for some tiles, huh? I mean, I guess we could just plop down a holy site district there. We're gonna need this tile for making another district. We could also, I don't know if we have an amusement pier going already. We have to brick something meaningful and important to do that. Oh no, wait, we can build one over here. Oh, we can build one all over the place. Alright, let's maybe... We can break this polder. I guess I kind of like building it over here. Like right here, probably. Not gonna get any adjacencies, but... We're gonna build a city there. We got 2 city plans over here, so I guess all this works. Oh my god. Bad sequencing on my part. I should have just shot it with the fighter. Oh well. Let's do that. Boston. I don't think we're gonna need to use the army again. Where's this guy settling? Where are you settling, bro? I'm surprised we never, like, pop pressured Coupe here. Between, like, all this. I guess maybe we would have needed to make a city over here or over here. Why is it like, messengers and... Is there no bike messengers in Civ? Vic 3 has them in the army at least? How... Was it like the span of time that bike messengers were used just so incredibly small? After you win this one, will you start a new playthrough? So I recently come by meta MP strats, which could be fun to watch. It's Dwarf Fortress music playing. I don't know if we'll start a new one. We could continue playing through. I guess we'll take a vote, because I think we were planning on streaming for 3 hours. We're like an hour and 20 minutes into the stream. And we're pretty close to victory, so... I think. Maybe, I mean, the turn passes also take forever, though, so maybe I'm just overestimating things. We could also go to war with her and decrease the number of cities she has, which would decrease the costs we have. We're going to look to return Nagamapu and Shadimapu to... and another low-pop city to him. Chadi, Nag, and Lafkin. After they fail of the military emergency, so... But this is Dwarf Fortress because apparently they have copyright music in Civ. So... Nog, Chadi, and the other one. Alright, he'll accept next turn. He tells himself one last time. We do have a spaceport. We also kind of would maybe be interested in transferring stuff over to Nijmegen. It increases their construction. On improved tiles, though. Oh, is that unique? It looks unique, because we're only getting +1. That's so good for us. Let's see what the next merchant is. Cosmetics. Would be nice. God. Forever later. We actually need more builders. Maybe we want plus performance on specific districts. I think Civic Square is our closest district, that this maybe makes the most sense. Let's see, what's the upgrade? Civic Squares? Yeah, we want to head to here. We performed there. There's another Civic Square. Yeah, so we just to get 2 Civic Squares in a row is just quite nice. We come back here. And then airlift back. Now, yeah, that's the closest one, actually. Yeah, I think this is a good place. We'll steal the prince. Bro, if there's a great work for us to steal, it would be this one. Restoring economics in the West. Huge impact after World War I and II. Interesting. Why are you still firing Naruto after 4,000 years? Because he won't accept peace, dog. Divinity 2 OST is also free to listen to. Maybe let's listen to that. We've listened to this a bit. We shall steal the prince. Well, we're not growing anymore. I think we just go to Carthage. And then I think we get this guy back towards Nijmegen, so we can improve some tiles. Airport. Don't have good stuff left to do there. I don't know why I did that. We're not gonna need it. Maybe just sleep these guys that are in the airport. Actually, maybe just move these guys over to the, like, one city where they're maybe gonna be needed if we have to end up fighting Eleanor. She's kind of the last one standing here. Now, what's our bonus again here? Civs within 10 tiles. Okay. Wait, why can't we perform? Oh, is this insipid we haven't named the rock band? Yeah, Speedy Club. Now we can perform. We've forgotten to name them. Next time we're naming them the nameless ones. We're kind of almost exhausted. Hey, we can't found this city anymore. It's sunk. Who are they fighting? Are they fighting someone? Hull is flipping. Rio de Janeiro. Big Sag. Original capital Brazil. This looks like... We didn't really see Brazil at all this game, but this does not look like a good outcome overall for Brazil. I mean, they've been annexed, but, like, also, like, looking at the map, Rio de Janeiro, Priscilla, I think Hull is not... Fortaleza, is that a Brazilian city? That must be.
This, though best beloved, is another's.
Alright, these guys fail. We'll go for peace now. For the love of God. Bro, we're not gonna pay you to not wipe you off the map. This guy's crazy. Too crazy, girl. I think the city's actually gonna go here, so we might as well just get there. And I think here we have railroads to here, and then that's where our railroads stop. We were semi-scouting with that guy, now that time is over. Random cookies, that is a nice random name. Alright, we're soon not going to be able to recruit one of those every turn. Civic Square, extra levels. Divinity 2, oh my god, so many good songs in here. Good choice. Didn't you... So, well, someone else suggested it. Kind of like anti-master for that one. Three turns to victory, boys. I guess let's take a vote what we want to do after we win. Maybe we could even do a different game. Although that would involve swapping. We're only going to be continuing for another hour and 20 minutes, so I guess once we win, we could do like an hour of victory or something. Which I kind of assume is what people are into. Well, it doesn't matter what we click, does it? Well, it matters if we keep playing this game. I think, like, coming back to Civ 6 after reading their dev diaries about how they wanted to improve stuff, though, is actually just so neat, because, like, they're, like, the analysis is absolutely correct. Like, the late game, it just, like, starts to feel really brutal. Like, you're just getting buried underneath, like, needing to manage a whole bunch of stuff. Especially because, like, the correct way to play is to play wide. Plus 2 levels, yep, this is a Civic Square. Footstream. If I thought people actually wanted to see my feet, I would consider it. Probably not for very long, but Footstream seems not it. think we're gonna actually move this guy over to get some of those things done a little faster. We kind of want to see what happens, or seasteads are kind of interesting, but it's not gonna matter. These guys civic squares adjacent, so for the adjacent guys I think we want to come in more over here. Oh, there's not really a triangle spot. I guess over here. This guy's flipping, at least. Wait for him to flip before, well, it's, yeah. Crush the wee-woos. Wee-woos the crush. Nice to not lose the unit, hell yeah, brother. Do they not want to sell to me because I'm winning cultural victory? It's the AI I learned. They're growing stronger. Wow, the 2 votes. We are gonna decide. I know it says 3 turns, but it's unlikely to take us 3 turns to get it. Because we have so many rock bands out now. I think this polder was on a reef anyway, so we couldn't possibly. Sorry, excuse me. I should have muted the mic. I don't sneeze often enough to be like heads up about that, I don't think. I mean, I guess we could do this. I think we could also work that whale tile, huh? I think wonders are generally better to look at. Oops. 2 turns. We need 570. We finally got to place it. I think we planned that, like... That was one of our first plans for a city, like, putting stuff there. We need power of some sort. Let's go oil our plant. We have a lot of woods, so could have a lot of good-looking tiles. Or wood-looking tiles, you know what I mean? Ayy. Alright. Oop. Let's place the flood barrier. Actually, wait, no, don't do this. Let's actually buy the shrine. Because now this is kind of, in some sense, what is one of the things that's gating us now. We're going to produce the temple. Oh, we need a... Gotta come down here. The insane snow city that never really got to get going. We've gotten so much culture from our workshops over the course of this game. And you are civic squares. You are getting in line is what you're doing. Yeah, they are just not selling us their great works for other countries now. Denmark versus America, winner gets Greenland. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, I think we could end the peace with him though now. Oh wait. I was like, why is he still accepting everything? Well, maybe return Lafkin Mabut. This was always the plan. Because we expect the cities to go to soil anyways, and him to be happy with us. Oh wait, he's still unhappy. I thought we would refund a bunch. No? I guess not. They're all losing loyalty. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Maybe actually... Wait, we're not suzerain in Muscat anymore? What happened? Wait, we still are. I think we should maybe do working on wonders actually gives bigger bonuses. But now we have, yeah, we just shouldn't have accumulated the grievances. We should have just given all the cities back then. We're about to get satellites, so scouting that's about to not matter. Hey there, CK3 player here. What do you thought about this game compares to Crusader and Kings? I think the scope of Crusader Kings is way more narrow, but is more like RPG focused, and this is more like a lot of things that Paradox people complain about, or design principle of Paradox games that's like against like Civ, or like inconsistent with Civ is very board game like. So they abstract systems through board games, but they also through basically getting mana of various kinds. And one critique is that this isn't really a simulation or whatever. And this is fair enough, but Civ isn't really trying to do that. And the scope of Civ is absolutely enormous because it spans like 7,000 years, so...
Then you drive out where this...
The enormous scope means you have to abstract it in a sort of video gamey type of way, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be... Oh, seasteads can go underwater. Oh, they can go in the deep ocean. I see the difference. I think Botanical's going to be better. We have at least one farm in this city. I think we maybe want to build another one over there. Like in theory. That tile's not going to get worked, so it doesn't matter that it's nice. We're just gonna build something. It's not the best thing to build, but we're at an impasse. Factories. That's really not the best thing to build. Actually, let's build a neighborhood. So those have to be on the deep tiles. Okay, then that makes it not like redundant with Liang. Like, that doesn't sound like you winning. Legends of Rock, that's our first Legend of Rock, baby. We won't get to play around with that legend. Sometimes you just, like, roll super hard, like, or super well, like with the Legend of Rock or whatever, and you just, like, nothing really matters and you get a victory super fast. It looks like there's only one flipping now. Fair enough. Alright, so I think we do 2 levels higher on wonders. And then there's the Cristo Redentor. So close. One more turn. We win game. The polar things are like the only thing that we haven't gotten. Rip the dream. There's one on Civic Squares, so we'll just wait. Another Legend of Rock, man. If that happened like 2 turns ago, we could have saved so many turns. Let's see how the vote's going. Different game? Okay. Okay. Kurt. You going for a cultural victory? Yeah, we're gonna get it at next turn, I think. Kinda like started the session like not sure how we were gonna try and win, but it's just we were already halfway to a cultural victory, and then it was just like, well, okay. What? I was promised one more turn to victory. Oh, I just have to end the turn. My brain is like, I understand that none of this matters, because as soon as we end the turn, the thing's over, but my brain still wants me to, like, build reasonable things. I guess it's just, like, the autopilot that you, like, get in. I'm really gonna try and click through these quickly. City was having food problems. These guys all have power, so I guess we could go logistics center. Let's get those guys out of the storm. Religious rock, hell yeah. I guess in this way we're also like really locking in the fact that we're winning as well. But like actually, like if there is something to micro, it's these guys, Civic Squares. We get all our auto movements through. The final insult. The last cities we wanted to settle get bricked. I guess down here. I don't know. We're just gonna pass the turn. Okay, this should be it, guys.
The worth of a culture.
Oh, we've never won a game on a large map before? What the hell?
In how those accomplishments
We made peace with Naruto. We did.
they are remembered. The beauty that you have inspired our people to create will ensure that our culture stands for all time.
Alright, you guys voted play a different game. So we're gonna play a different game. GG though. Well, let's view the timeline. Oh, not that timeline. Yeah. We just kept expanding cities. We started with less, of course. Our city's founded. We start with considerably less, but hopped off. Wow. Weren't that great, and the great people earned war. Kind of popped off there at the end with the culture, eh? Did start pushing faith as well. That's just gold in the treasury. All right. I assume you guys want to see, like, a little bit of victory. I think we got, like, an hour. Let's see. We have 1 hour kind of remaining. Well, you guys got to be kind of fast on this poll. So we're going to be deciding what to boot up. We haven't taken a look at some of the new flavor in the Wizard mod in Vic 3. Maybe do this. Yeah, everyone votes Vic 3. Alright, let's take a look. Kind of was I was suspecting. Damn, you guys could have had the Fortnite stream. You should have had the Fortnite stream. I guess let's change the category on to Vic 3. Oh, Victoria 3 currently has over 150 viewers on Twitch. Do you guys see the Realms of X, their loading screen yet? No, you don't. Rip. Original Fortnite when it was a zombie game. Was it really a zombie game initially? Oh yeah, that's when like H1 Fortnite came out when the like H1Z or H1Z1 or something like this was like the big game. And that game was huge at the time, right? And then like that was just like just a very narrow period of time in which it was huge. Can we get our Oh, we capped it, obviously. Okay, just a sec. Yeah. I think we might be into keeping on this OST. Well, we can't get that deep into a run here. So maybe we'll just kind of look around a little bit. Or maybe we could just take a practice start off. I know they added more flavor, but in particular they did add some unique flavor to Dreadmore, which is Ziv Empires. We'll pause the music player because we're listening to the other one. But this is, for those of you who don't know, the Wizard mod. This is Realms of X there. In Civ 6. Blood Tribunals. Is that a modifier for us? But here is the really painful one. Minus 33% birth rate. Because you're, of course, feeding on the blood of your people. So you will, of course, kill them very quickly. I think we do get a unique cultural tech. Here it is. Midnight Ascendancy now. Minus 5% mortality. And a little bit of Arcana, which means you can slot in Arcana cards earlier. But I think as far as Arcana, the way you have to play it is like, you have to go like 100% for mitigating. Let's maybe explain this a little bit better. This mod, in addition to having like companies, you have something. You have Arcana cards, which work slightly like companies, in which you get to slot in magical kind of spells and these types of things. And every country gets 2 paths of magic, and we have Fiend and Angel, and so we can slot in things from these 2 in order to kind of make our country better. Generally, these are pretty strong, and the fact that they're really strong is really nice because this allows you to have advantages relative to other countries, and so this makes each playthrough feel quite a bit different, which is not really the case normally. Alright, we definitely want the birth rate and mortality card, so we don't have negative birth rate. I think we will have negative birth rate right now with a lot of our guys. If we look here, we're slowly losing pop, so that needs to be overcome. And this is an interesting challenge as far as Dreadmore is concerned, I think. We'll end the poll. Major crap movement. There are other things to like overcome here, but I think, what is our even positive trade-off? It seems like such a bad negative modifier to get. Do we get something in exchange for like having really bad? 3% of all pups will become vampires. And so maybe we would... taking blood tithes from subjects is going to be sufficient for not having problems. Surely we go for the Inquisition first, except for they're in the Dominion Empire, so... These guys are minor. Minor powers are actually really good to subjugate. They have a lot of resources, though. Some, well, they might be better to conquer. They might not be. We're unrecognized. We can't trim them, though? We don't have an interest where we're at yet, I guess. Must be higher rank. Oh, regional, not major. My brain's not working. Just import food, and by food I mean pops, and pops I mean slaves. True. I wonder if we get unique buildings to offset this. We have the Thaumaturge thing already. I mean, it just seems bad, but I imagine that this mortality modifier... I imagine this goes down. If we complete the journal entry, it's not minus 33% anymore. So this makes us want to create subjects. We have a subject over there. I think this is, yeah, pretty good starting tech. Oh wow, oil gets unlocked earlier now, I think. Mutagen pools, is that new? Or is that for us? I think that is new. Throughput capped at 20%, but 10% birth rate's an insane modifier. We're gonna have negative pop growth otherwise, though. Is this base construction? No, it's not. Whoa. The PM struggle of this mod is real. I think most runs we end up wanting to go here for silk. Here for an ingress. Womp, womp. Yeah, we don't have a way to increase birth rate. Wow, all of our eco is really here. Mageocracy, that makes sense. We can get on to something like wealth voting. traditional precedent. Minus mortality is a little bit attractive. I mean, just very painful to be getting. Oh, what's this? Mutagenic trials. I wonder if this requires us being this guy. Wait, what does this even give? Public health insurance gives SOL and minus mortality and pollution effects reduction. What does this even give? +1 mutagen at pools max level. Is that these things? Oh. Is this unique to this guy? And we build mutant pops. Okay, so plus 60% birth rate obviously overcomes the penalty. Is this a fantasy mod? It is. That's freaking sweet. Yeah, I think the next... I mean, I think we probably implement that institution. And research the God's Blend containment. And then... observatories, I think, are still OP, and then we still need to, like, update all of our PMs, right? Yeah. Potatoes. Wow, weird that this starts on Atmo engine, but the other one doesn't. I don't think we necessarily want rock rollers and stuff, but I think we do want potions of strength. We can look around a little bit more, too. Rather than getting started here, because I don't think we're going to get too deep with this. Just maybe a reason to try and play faster. How close are we to prestige breakpoint? Kinda close. What is this? I think we'll float most. Oh, such a good roll this early. I thought we were in the 70s. And going up to, like, much higher. I suppose we could build a navy. We need a navy anyways. Right. I don't like this system where you have to import the thing before you can build the thing. That's altogether too many naval bases. But this is a fantasy mod. I guess, I don't know who else got changed this patch. I think the humans and the elves got a bit of an interesting one. I'm assuming only us can do this mutagenic stuff. And that this is locked in on us. Maybe that's worth checking though. Can anyone do this mutagenic nonsense? Let's look over here. Wow, everyone gets access to this? Alright, alright. It's a really strong one. Well... yeah, plus like 60% is absolutely nuts. In terms of, birth rate. Oh wow, they decolonized this the whole time. It was colonized before. They reorganized some of these guys. Like, I think this was just a two-state minor before. Why can't we do a diplo demand targeting them? Do we just not have an interest there? I thought we put an interest there. Oh, that's a different spot. That should solve our problem there. It's foreign, but it's not that big a deal. It's in our market. I see. They're subjects. Well, kind of would be interested in subjugating these guys then. It's also not an easy ingress this way anymore, because the way that they changed the... where things look. Wow. We're really having significant problems. And then let's try and a little more gizmos. Oh, we need more relics. That looks like an awkward thing to get. I think we have to... I don't think we can just build relics. I think we have to find relics. Or it's like it discover... You can discover it like you do gold. We can't target him with a Diplo demand. Oh, I understand. I forgot this mod does a thing where you need 10 boats before you can do an overseas claim or like war or something like this. Well, we could just go for this guy. Just take the resources. Instead of decaying currently. Would really like to just increase our rank, our prestige. Market liberal, interesting. I mean, we would want to get on laissez-faire. I don't think there's any unique military stuff yet. I think they're just scaffolding on the back of the already present military stuff. Let's try and see if we can find any stuff that we hadn't noticed before. Argentum rail. What is this? Consumes cloud silver and thermocores instead. So there's more of a split, I suppose, in some of the production methods to be more rails versus air rail. Or thermocore plus cloud silver oriented. Yeah, we don't have anyone that we can subjugate them. We could just transfer subject a few people. To be fair, why don't we transfer subject this guy? Because if they accept, that's nice, and if they don't accept, we'll eventually fight them. We can't fight them now. But they don't accept. Sag. Oh, this also decreases acceptance. Wait, hold the phone. Acceptance of mutant pops. Oh, did it not show this before? It also gives minus pollution effects reduction, mortality, character mortality per wealth, character health, mage's political strength. Minus 0.5 standard living for the lower strata as we turn them into mutants. Not like this. Let's increase the size of that institution. Because we'll be able to build the mutagen pools in just a second here when we finish researching that. Can't remember... We didn't get that. Alright, so... Wait, can we actually land this cat? Because he's not defending his ally? That's cute. Normally we're not supposed to be able to declare overseas battles. We would love more prestige, please. Actually, though. I think we could do this and become... We're one off of the next power rank. We could subjugate these guys next to us. Not my gumdrop buttons. Alright, but is this just the 2k stack defending? It is. Okay, so let's cancel this. And let's this. And then with our 2 stack, we'll land here. Unfortunately, we can't, like, have the 73 stack closer. We should win. We maybe even win with the 75 stack. We can just keep landing them repeatedly. Oh, we're so close on the prestige. How do we artificially play prestige again? It's been a while since, like, we really needed to make the break point on prestige. I mean, we could just build more boats, but... let's not mobilize that guy. Let's instead just keep landing this guy. With our 2 stack. And then... we probably want to select actually the one we would want to stick on. I'm not sure what the answer is here, but we're not going to play for too much longer. We have the Laws plus Arc soon. I have to take a closer look at Laws Arc. No guarantees. I haven't even taken a closer look at it. I think you've been agitating for Laws plus for a while now. Either you or several people have. One of the two. We will be able to get some action here. It's probably, like, actually a really good change. The fact that you can't, you need 10 boats to expand overseas. But okay, now we can build the mutagen pods. I bet these things are just actually expensive as hell to run. They take God's blood to run. I don't think we have a means of producing it currently. Do we have a way of getting God's blood? I don't think we do. Which would make everything quite a bit easier for us, but we can discover it. Let's hope we discover it sometime soon. In which case, actually, we just shouldn't do this. But I think that's probably the strat, because these guys, you absolutely have the... this is such a insane modifier to overcome, minus 33% birth rate. Is the law plus mod arc hopes to get out is to get milk? Is it out to get milk? Why don't we actually just take a look at laws plus right now then? Actually. Because we're not starting a run here where we're going to continue. And maybe that'll be more interesting to people. And also... I can bite. Unfortunately, Google's not very cooperative. Normally we can just Google a mod and it'll pop up. Sign out of our Steam account so we don't... Get a bunch of requests or whatever. By bunch, I mean one. It's not the one we wanted. Wait, why isn't it showing the Steam community one? That's our Steam. Okay. Let's take a look. Victoria 3 stream? Not quite. We were going to stream for 3 hours, and we finished the Civ run early. So now we're taking a look at some mods. This is such a great mod. The Realms of Exeter or this? Oh, do we have it showing where we're... Okay, so... we have governing principles, we have autocracy, we have a ballot system. You know what? Why don't we just take a look at this in game? So... let's examine Laws Plus. Well, the download on it is... okay, never mind. I was gonna say the download on it is slow. I was like, what's that about? So we will get it booting up in Vic 3 and we will take a look at it. Add new playset. Laws Plus. Not Laws Equal, that's not the one. Okay. Alright, so the game is booting. Let's take a look at the Steam thing some more. Realms? Yeah, Realms is super sweet. Well, let's read the description of this mod, maybe. Okay. Not so much in the way of a description. That's fair. Often I find that with ones that just change laws a lot and don't do anything else, I found that, like, I generally am less amenable to the balance changes, but this does seem like a lot of interesting stuff. More discrimination. We do love ourselves some more discrimination. Yeah, the Realms stuff with the vampire update looks sweet. People are trickling in since we swapped over to Vic 3, of course. We do want to record Jewish Japan today, so we're not going to get sucked into playing Vic 3 for too long. Not the entire part, but the intro. We did a couple practice runs for opening Jewish Japan and thought about the best way to do it while leading into, like, being oriented a certain way. So I said game. Blouses. Let's see what this mod's about. Who should we take a look through? In terms of laws, I guess we're probably just going to be mainly looking through the laws, so it doesn't really matter who we select. Maybe let's select Russia. Which is the best pump fake, though? Probably Qing, actually. Viewer will be like, oh no, he's playing Qing, and then we'll be like, just kidding, we're just looking at laws. Alright. So this is Laws Plus. Governing principles. I think that this is just going to be all the same. But we have a corporatocracy, which gives +1 companies. +1 companies is already strong. Legitimacy from a head of state and government, extra legitimacy from ideological compatibility, political strength from wealth. So often when we... This is kind of what I'm talking about, is like, we've enter in, and this is just like, this just seems better than the, like, anything else you'd want to run, I would think. I mean, maybe it's too hard to gain legitimacy, but this is just, like, super, super good. Ecclesiarchy? Minus legitimacy from ideological. This seems like a better version of other one. So this looks like a buff of state religion, right? Oh wait, state religion's in here. Theocracy's in here, so this is just like autocracy, but for other guys. I think these, what is this? This isn't touching the vanilla, like, balance too much, right? So you're just trying to balance in through the vanilla. Weighted universal voting? Not like this. That's interesting. I wonder how this compares to census. This is like, in theory, this is kind of like census, right? It's census without the floor, but the thing is like, pops like already have like a floor of sorts in terms they're not politically active if they're really poor, low literacy. Ballot system, no elections. That's what we like to see. Non-secret, secret ballot. So this is just stronger. Oh, minus voting contribution for discriminated pops. That's interesting. Okay, I assume that's not changing anything. Pluralism. I assume that, is this an in-between between freedom of conscience? That doesn't allow for much conversion. This seems balanced. I assume this is just going to be better. Government administration building. Yeah, this is just better. Like, this is just so much better. The laws make it easier for you to play games. I imagine it would. These laws seem okay. So like from what we've taken a look at so far, like corporatocracy just seems way better than any of the vanilla governance principles, and you know, meritocratic bureaucracy. I mean, I guess if everyone hates meritocracy, it would be bad, but it looks like people just generally like it, and then it's just like government administration building throughput is actually just insanely strong relative to these other ones. So like, we would much rather just have meritocratic bureaucracy. I like the weighted universal suffrage a lot more than vanilla universal suffrage. Does it feel way different? Because, like, normally going universal suffrage, one of the problems is your industrialists, like, generally get cucked. Which is why you go, like, census or wealth. And, like, right now it's in, like, this weird spot where, like, actually I think that based on the context you're in, you actually make a decision between these two. If you're going to be running out of pops really, really fast, you actually want, like, wealth voting. And if you're not going to be running out of pops very quickly, you want, like, universal suffrage or something like this. Or, like, But for demarginalizing the trade unions, you don't want to go straight to universal suffrage. Stuff like this. I think the true spirit of supercapitalism, the Laws Plus mod, and Vanilla Vicky 3 lost the mandate of supercapitalism utopia. Yeah, the generally, like, it does seem like it's just adding much stronger, like, options on top of vanilla, and, like, not necessarily a ton of extra ones. Minus radicals from conquest, plus trading rate. Revolution, this seems better than... Actually, I don't know if this is better than National Guard. National Guard, this one, I'm at a... often at a, like, a weird sort of feeling about how to evaluate that. Flood is just so bad. I actually kind of hate the harvest conditions, just generally. Alright, so here we see... This is vanilla, right? Except for state capitalism isn't vanilla. So let's take a look at this. Private construction allocation. Is this supposed to be China? Government dividends efficiency. Plus 40% government's dividends efficiency. So we'll have 90%... Wait a second. The base government dividends efficiency... No, I think the base government dividends efficiency is 25, right? And then interventionism gives plus 25? Okay, yeah, that is what it is. So this isn't insane. Mining tax income, logging tax, oil tax. I'm probably okay with the tax income changes. Best law in the game is slavery. Oh no, not like this. Minus contribution efficiency. That's kind of bad. Yeah, so this, what is this? Just early command economy? Command economy, you can go early. I think I'm kind of okay with that. This seems worse than, well, it's different than command economy. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. That seems fine, though. I'm generally not, like... I'm not a huge fan of, like, dropping in one additional law that's just, like, way better than the rest. So, like, I don't like that corporatocracy just looks way better than the other governing principles, and I don't like that meritocratic bureaucracy just looks, like, way better, like, unambiguously. Maybe it's okay, though. Private security, hell yeah, brother. With per level gives industrialists and scholar officials political strength, minus state penalties for turmoil, plus mortality. And it's just like better. Private security won't give. You just get minus 100% penalties from turmoil. Is private security just way better than dedicated police? I actually don't know how bad mortality per turmoil is. 0.2. So if you have 100 mortality, it's or 100 turmoil, it's plus 20%. Maybe that's okay. But yeah, it does seem like capitalism plus. That would definitely be the angle. I think if we were to play this, it would be like capitalism plus. I saw that there was a ton of new options on slavery in particular. I hate that a way that the harvest condition has no real way to deal with them other than the NG. Is NG or National Guard? Well, you also have the edict, but like other than the edict, it's like it's kind of annoying. No tax law. How did that work? Did we take a look? Oh. I don't like no tax law, actually. I didn't even notice that. No, like, I hate this. Because this is just consumption tax, but better, right? Oh, maybe it's okay. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Union representation. Negative throughput. We hate the unions, so we're gonna give negative throughput and manufacturing industries throughput. Bruh. This is the capitalist utopia. This is the... We make unions suck balls. Minus 100% penalties for turmoil for 1% mortality per turmoil seems like a good trade. I'm not 100% sure. Is it 0.01? Oh, it's just 1% mortality per turmoil. Oh, per turmoil, though. So if you have 100 turmoil, that would be 100% mortality. Yeah, I don't know if that's the way to trade off, but this obviously just sucks super hard. So we make the one trade union oriented thing really bad. Alright, compulsory primary child benefit. Which gives... Oh, we'd get social security, food security, dependents, income, birth rate. Well, child benefits probably best here. Pushing actual education's not really all that necessary. But yeah, we gotta make more workers for the capitalist hellscape. I respect the hustle, respect the grind. We see disability income. So, plus radicals for movements. And what will we get? More food security minus workforce ratio, dependence income, enfranchisement. How does this compare with this? 23, 1, 22, 23, 2, more dependence income. Dependence income is a free money modifier. And enfranchisement, I actually don't even know exactly what dependent enfranchisement really does. I assume it just makes your pops more politically active, like proportionate to the level of dependence, but that one I actually am not 100% certain. This one seems fine. Closed borders, okay. So here we have discrimination types. Since last I checked, base mortality per turmoil is like 1.5% per turmoil. It's actually still less mortality per turmoil if the baseline hasn't changed. Or was it 2.5% per turmoil? I can't remember. Maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe it's good. That one I felt a little bit less sure one way or the other. I'm not saying maybe it's good in the sense that I think it's bad. I'm saying I really don't. I think it's on par with dedicated police. So we can see badge of shame minus assimilation plus assimilation. Okay. Neo serfdom. Minus infamy decay. So we just got. Does this not determine what you do? Okay, so we're just layering the extra discrimination on top of, like, already our citizenship law. For if you wanted extra discrimination, forced labor. Locks new production methods. Slavery. So this is slavery where we don't even need to get slaves. At least in the sub-farms, I guess. I think these are just bad, right? Sometimes we don't like the RP mods. Minus 15 standard of living for the violent hostility status. Jesus. Jesus, dog. It's early in the morning for this one. It's a little early in the morning. Oh, man. I suppose it's early afternoon now. And slavery, we have the normal looking ones. I do not think I like this mod very much, if this is all that it does. We can check the thing. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this mod very much. Because it doesn't even... So, in terms of wanting the capitalist hellscape, the one thing I really, really want is debt slavery to not be bricked by multiculturalism. And it is. Yeah, but the presence of just, like, unambiguously, like, better than vanilla, like, laws to me is, like, kind of what I don't like as much. I mean, we could have this in the game and just never go it. It's just bad. Like, from an in-game perspective. But, like, this just... Am I just wrong? But I feel like that's just unambiguously just, like, way better. Is that to make it so that, like, you have, like, way more, like, play on China, like, specifically for the meritocratic bureaucracy? The infamous People Vanish law? Yeah. Is it too... It's too capitalist-y? No, it's that, like... it's not that it's too capitalist-y. I definitely don't have a problem with, like, a capitalist-oriented thing. I guess I would have less of a problem if it was capitalism plus, or capitalistic laws. Like, because it's not just adding a bunch of laws in general. But, like, my problem is that it's... I mean, I think I've already kind of said it, but I guess I'll say it again. Like, this law, this governing principle is just, like, unambiguously better. And it's, like, not balanced, like, within the context of other governance principles. If anything, if you wanted to change stuff up, like, you would want to change it in the economic principles, but then also just, like, just the out there just, like, way better than, like, normal, like, types of laws, like, bother me a little bit. And I'm not sure, like, what... So this would just be better, so I would pass this, but, like, it doesn't make me necessarily play differently. It just makes the capitalist, like, way stronger, and it doesn't... I don't know how much flavor it's gonna end up adding. But, like, I would rather see, like, a dedicated, like, rebalance than... I guess, the balance system thing is interesting. I think that this is funny. Minus throughput is just so bad. On top of, like, I think minimum wage is actually just not a good modifier. You can tell people, the person who made this mod thinks that labor unions are bad. But I would rather see, like, an economic, like, this just seems out of place, to be honest. Yeah, as a governing principle. Like, it should be, like, a distribution of power thing, even if you're gonna do that. But, like, we already have oligarchy. It's just kind of, like, multiplicatively, like, layering on top. But it does seem like someone... It's not like a laws plus mod in the sense that we got a ton of new laws. It's like a laws plus mod in the sense that I think that the creators decided that they wanted a governance principle for this, and then they decided that they wanted, like, there's one additional thing in a bunch of different categories. I guess weighted universal suffrage is maybe interesting, like this type of thing. Maybe we should try it out. But there's, like, it seems like someone's wish list for a bunch of laws for what they wanted to pass, rather than, like, an attempt to, like, greatly expand out, potential stuff. I mean, there's a few things, like, these in-between, like, these tweener things, where religious pluralism, I kind of probably do wish there was a little bit more, like, in-betweens, but we have an in-between there. I mean, we have weighted universal suffrage, which is supposed to be, like, an in-between law. Meritocratic bureaucracy is just, like, incredibly, like, better. Oh, Disarm Nation's new. We didn't look at this. It's just bad, though. I guess you could enforce it on your subjects. But I wouldn't say it's too capitalist-y, necessarily. I mean, I think it's, like, oriented in that direction. You know what? I think private security actually is probably better, though, because a big part of it is the minus bureaucracy cost. How many radicals would it take to make corporatocracy balanced? Corporatocracy just, like, shouldn't... It's not a balance thing. It's, like, the... It's mainly the just, like, +1 company slot. Should be hard to achieve. I mean, like, it just shouldn't have the extra company. Because, like, there should be something else for company. What mod is this? This is Laws Plus. Like, if you just took off the extra company... Because, like, the extra company is just, like, is what makes this one out of line. Right, but you could... Like, the mod strikes me as, like, someone who was playing the game and they were like, oh, I want all the laws to be different, or I want one law in each of these categories that's slightly different, and then, like, made a mod for it. I do like the art on this, though. So this is a reused asset, right? Is that a reused asset, or is it a custom asset? I think some of these are reused. I think this one's custom, though, right? I do think they did a good job, like, in terms of the art assets, though. Disability insurance I'm probably okay with. I don't know why it gives radicals. Actually, I don't... I don't think it should give radicals from political movements. Maybe that's okay. Actually, maybe that's okay. I don't know. That's, like, a weird one. If I were to play a capitalistic mod, though, it would... I've been annoyed by this for forever, that you can't go debt slavery with multiculturalism. But yeah, I don't think this is a radicals thing. I just think that, like, you should just make, like, a capitalism plus economic system or something. Would the radicals being moved from disability to private security be better? Disability insurance to private security? Yeah, if this caused radicals, I think I would be okay with that. Union representation causing radicals would also maybe make some sense to me. Right, because you're creating more protesting is part of the idea. I think that giving negative throughput on the mines and manufacturers per level, like a 4% is like a really big negative. Is this some copyright music? No, it's in Divinity's. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, the thing is, though, it's like, it's not adding a bunch of different laws for a bunch of different playstyles and this type of thing. It's, like, mainly just adding the law for one person's taste of what they wanted their laws to be slightly different in. Which I suppose is fine, but like reading through it, I think I can feel like I can read through it and like know immediately like what laws are best and not have like this exploratory type of thing. The meritocratic bureaucracy just like yeah, I think I'm not wrong in this that this is just so much better than the other ones. Extra throughput. I mean, throughput... Actually, yeah, throughput's just insane because a big portion of the cost is on the wages. So even with this extra 35% throughput, the paper that's already expensive is barely more expensive than the wages. With 51% throughput. So the paper otherwise would be like 6K. Maybe on the later levels it kind of balances out a little bit. Trying to be able to put in a second institution at game start. Oh! Does this mod change China to start not with social security, with poor laws? China starts with poor laws, no? This mod also just changes China to not start with poor laws. What? Or did they change that? Does China no longer start with poor laws? Maybe China no longer starts with poor laws in a recent patch. Unit of representation causing more radicals among upper-strata plots makes sense because IMO need to cut in their profit margins by a noticeable margin. No, I think it would make more. I think it would also make more radicals just in with like the trade unions too. I think the trade union. I think when you have unions, people are more likely to agitate for change, right? Extra radicals isn't like radicalism should like honestly be kind of expressed in like multiple ways in a way that it's not, because like people agitating for change can be like a good thing, right? It's just like people agitating for it shouldn't necessarily cause as much turmoil, but yeah, like France goes hard in the paint with their like protests, right? And I think like you would have bigger protests and stronger protests with union representation. So I absolutely think that just generalized increased radicals would maybe make sense. But I don't know if the negative minds of manufacturing industry's throughput makes sense. I think what would make more sense would be increased wages, and this would eat into the profitability of the capitalists. Or maybe increased wages on top of this. I don't know. China no longer starts with poor laws after the beta that had it. So since 1.7 or since 1.8 or 1.7, I'm pretty sure in 1.6 they had poor laws. Maybe it's been a hot minute. But anyways, I have other stuff I gotta work on today. But it was fun going through this mod. I don't think I'm gonna play with it though. Certainly a little bit interesting. I think it's also really hard to make something that's balanced and broad, but the like... I suppose if I were to have suggestions, it would be trying to add, like, more texture and decision-making to every single category beyond just adding, like, one law that's just, like, better. I suppose it's a good job here. And governing principles and the bureaucracy is kind of, I guess, where most of my objection is. I mean, maybe this isn't as good as I think it is. Because this decrease in costs, like, the throughput, you still have to pay for the goods. Maybe this is okay. It just initially, like, strikes me as being super insane, but maybe it's okay. Disarm Nation is cute. I actually like that one a lot. Like, it's just bad, but I think it also should be bad. No taxation, I suppose, is a little bit interesting. I'd probably play with child benefit, to be honest. Dependence income is a free money modifier, so I think that this is probably better. I don't know. Giving up the schools, it's an interesting trade-off for children's rights. I think the most interesting one is probably ballot system, so let's take another quick look through this before we stop stalling and go eat and do other stuff we need to do and then work on Jewish Japan. To some extent, I think the notion of this type of stuff is captured in distribution of power. Like, wealth voting, part of the wealth voting is, like, the ballot system. But I don't necessarily hate the increased granularity. I don't know. I also haven't, like, considered what laws would be, like, good laws to have that aren't currently in game. $1.7, I think. That makes sense. But anyways, interesting to look through. I think let's see if anyone's playing Vic 3 on Twitch, and we're gonna see about rating them. Habibi's playing Vic 3. Suez is also playing Vic 3. Let's maybe raid Habibi. He's playing multiplayer as the Ottomans, so if you guys are interested, that is who we will be raiding. And then we will link his stream to the YouTubers if they are interested. And, yeah. We are trying to push Civ 7, streaming on Thursday, probably all day. So if you're interested in stopping by, checking out the game, seeing what it looks like, this type of thing, feel free to come through. Other than that, have a good one, you guys. Bye-bye now.